Welcome back to Buzzer2Buzzer.
All right, guys, welcome to a new series which we are starting today, that being a power ranking series in which we're going to be talking about our top 5 teams heading onto the next week. So for this week, guys, let's get on towards talking about our top 5 teams in the power rankings for week 8.
Coming in at 5, our daily on our weekly power rankings, I think we have to go with the Packers here. The Packers have had a pretty relatively easy schedule, and their one loss obviously came to the Bucs. But besides that game, I mean, they've had an offensive firepower all weeks, right? You look at last week; they completely demolished Houston. They beat the Lions, they beat the Vikings. So their offense is you can't forget about their offense, and obviously we know what their defense represents. So I think they go in at 5.
Coming in at 4, we all agreed, and I think this is a good pick, the Baltimore Ravens. Like the Packers, their schedule hasn't been super hard with their 5-1 record. Their one loss coming to the Chiefs, who can't blame them. That's also a great team. And they just have a very balanced team with their offense, their defense being top 3 in this league. And also with their defense, in addition to their new defensive end, Yannick Ngakoue, their defense is becoming a lot better, even better than it previously was, which I thought wasn't even possible. And this probably won't impact them too much, or we don't know yet. But they just picked up Des Bryant, and he might not be great, or he could be bad or because he's old, he hasn't played in a while, could be washed. But who knows? Maybe he could be good, and if he is good, that's just better for their offense and their team in general. So yeah.
Yeah, coming in at number 3 is the Kansas City Chiefs. They're rolling off this obliteration of the Denver Broncos. Week in, week out, they're producing. They had one bad loss to the Oakland Raiders earlier in the season, but they've been rolling since then. They got the Jets coming up this week, and there's no sign showing that they're going to stop anytime soon.
And coming in at number 2, guys, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or should we call them the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after that Tom Brady performance against the Raiders. Guys, the Buccaneers have proven to us that they are a solid team, having notable wins in that first week against the Saints and last week against the Raiders, winning against the Aaron Rodgers-led Packers and destroying them as well. And this win against the Raiders proved nothing different. Tom Brady throwing for nearly 400 yards, looking like a 2007 Tom Brady out here. Got to give credit to also Rob Gronkowski starting to get the ball rolling. And the defense, we've all said, the Buccaneers is amazing. And this week proved nothing different. So this is why the Buccaneers are number 2 right now. And coming in at number 1, guys, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sure, a team which we never envisioned to be number 1 so much throughout the season. But guys, the Steelers have been getting the job undone, the only undefeated team in the NFL. Our thoughts about these Steelers being number 1.
Yeah, I'm just as surprised as you were. I never thought I would say the Pittsburgh Steelers were number 1 in power rankings, but I got to give them credit. Their defense is definitely the best defense in the league right now, stopping every single team. And then their offense, too, it is not a joke at all. Big Ben, even though he's sometimes inconsistent, they have Juju, they have Chase Claypool, they have James Conner, they have a lot of offensive threats. And with that win against the Titans, who are also like in the top 7 in my opinion, that just like gives them a lot more credit, and it gives them a lot more respect from other people. And I believe that their Week 8 matchup against the Ravens, based on that outcome, and if they win, that's just gonna solidify the number 1 spot for the weeks to come.
The thing with the Steelers is, they don't even need Big Ben to be good. They just need him to be average and not throw any picks or turn the ball over. They have a very solid defense, as you mentioned, and Big Ben playing good is a bonus. They're probably the most balanced team in the league besides the Ravens, and so, yeah, I mean they're undefeated. You can't really say much about that. They have to be number 1.
I mean, they proved all the haters wrong. Week in and week out, what the question was, is their offense good enough to perform? And although Big Ben can go out there and throw 3 interceptions, they still find ways to win. Their defense is so elite that they can stop any offense from, really running up the scoreboard. And I think the offense is just good enough to keep getting the wins. So, yeah, I don't see the Steelers slowing down anytime soon.
Exactly, guys. And just to add on, we saw a heck of a game against the Titans, and I think that game will be, like you said, it not that for sure solidifies that number one spot. And if they win against the Ravens, man, they're locked in for that number one spot, I would say, for certain. And also looking at some stars who've been breaking out, like I already said, Ben Roethlisberger, he comes in or not, comes on to the defense, but also got to give credit to Chase Claypool, who's been a breakout star in the recent weeks. Juju Smith-Schuster also finding his place in the team. And I feel like the Steelers, sure, none of us had them in this position, but they're going to be proving a lot of people wrong as the season goes on. All right, guys, so those are our top 5 power rankings for this week, heading into the 8th week of the 2020 NFL season. Expect our Week 8 predictions video coming out tomorrow. And always, guys, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Do you agree with our Buzzer to Buzzer top 5 teams power rankings? Let us know if you agree or disagree in the comments below. But, guys, take care. I'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.